used for funding the roads. So it is going to help us, and we are very much excited. And we, as colleagues, we have talked among ourselves that right away, as soon as we get the equipment, we are going to hit the ground running and make sure we reshape the hinterland roads so that food products from the hinterlands that would be stocked there will no longer exist.
If you're just joining us, this is News Tonight, and my name is Kweku. Well, we're coming back shortly. We'll still have a pack of local stories for you. Do stay with us. We're back soon with more. Well, all is set for us to bring you Insight Tonight. Insight is proudly brought to you by Pepsodent. With Pepsodent, every smile matters. Well, let's do Insight Tonight, and here the Council for African Instituted Churches has sharply criticized what it calls the inconsistent and selective action of the National Peace Council, questioning its neutrality and commitment to GHOne peace. Well, the Council's National President, Archbishop Abraham Ano, noted that some Peace Council members hesitate to speak out due to their political affiliations, potentially undermining the body's impartiality.
The silence and perceived selective responses of the National Peace Council Ajigodi urged politicians to watch their utterances.
My advice to the general public that we have only one country called Ghana, And whatever happens, we should make it possible for us to continue enjoying the peace during and after the election. When something happens, there's nowhere to go to. Our neighboring countries are also not safe. So we should desist from making utterances that will inspire fear and doubt in other people, which will lead to violence.
As tensions rise and accusations fly, the call for peace is becoming increasingly urgent. Ghanaians are being reminded that safeguarding the nation's future requires collective efforts and the prioritization of national unity above all else.
Well, the Christian Council of Ghana has called on Christian leaders to be circumspect with their pronouncement when commenting on political issues. Well, at the 2024 edition of the Family Council Training Graduation organized by the Christian Council of Ghana, Vice Chairman of the Christian Council, Reverend Enoch Thompson, cautioned politicians and their supporters to avoid any action or conversation that could inflame religious or ethnic passions, leading to chaos in society.
Highlighting the crucial role Christian leaders play in ensuring a peaceful society before, during and after the 2024 elections, Vice Chairman of the Christian Council, Reverend Enoch Thompson, cautioned the clergy not to use their pulpits as a political platform. Reverend Enoch Thompson further advised the political class to avoid using intemperate language in their campaign.
My caution for ministers
alleged an unexplained increase in voter numbers, which could compromise the integrity of the upcoming elections. We will bring you this particular story later in our subsequent bulletin. But of course, this is your election hub, and definitely when it's about politics, you can trust GHOne TV to bring it all to you. That will do for Insight. Just a gentle reminder that Insight is proudly brought to you by Pepsodent. With Pepsodent, every smile matters. Well, we're ready to bring you some more stories, and here Ghana is rallying to safeguard its coastal heritage with the 2024 Ghana National Sea Turtle Week for August 26 to August 30. Well, this year's observance not only focuses on conservation but also serves as a critical precursor to the 43rd International Sea Turtle Symposium, which Ghana will host in year 2025 for the first in Africa.
The National Sea Turtle Week will bring together conservationists and experts in a unified effort to raise awareness and promote sustainable practices vital for the survival of these marine creatures. This year's Sea Turtle Week carries special significance as it sets the stage for the historic 43rd International Sea Turtle Symposium scheduled to take place in Ghana in 2025. This will mark the first time the symposium is held on African soil, providing a unique opportunity for Ghana to showcase its leadership in global sea turtle conservation efforts. Ghana aims to set a global standard in marine conservation and environmental stewardship. Sea turtles in Ghana face numerous threats, from habitat destruction and accidental capture in fishing gear to illegal collection of eggs. From educational outreach to beach cleanups and community-driven initiatives, the Sea Turtle Week featured a wide array of activities designed to address the present challenges these majestic creatures face. With this year's theme centered on collective action, local communities are being encouraged to blend traditional knowledge with modern conservation practices. Experts are emphasizing the
how their business and other things is going on.
As stigmas persist, Okada riders continue to fight against the negative stereotypes that overshadow their contributions to society.
Even the bonus sections are choke, no job. That is the reason why we use this local brain and create this job.
For these riders, the Okada business is a source of dignity, responsibility, and pride.
And for that matter, there's a need for them to turn back and look towards our business.
They are calling for the repeal of Regulation 128 of 2012, seeking reforms that would remove barriers to growth while ensuring proper regulation and support for their activities. Peter Kwao Adator's report for GHOne News.
And my name is Kweku. Temeng was still on business, and here the executive director of the EPA and the MPP parliamentary candidate for Pusiga, Dr. John Kingsley Kurugu, has garnered significant interest from the Danish business community for investments in the Pwalugu multi-purpose dam. Well, the week-long engagement in Denmark, which included interactions with key stakeholders, highlighted his commitment to driving strategic development initiatives back home.
At the invitation of the Danish government, Dr. John Kingsley Kurugu led a delegation comprising officials of the EPA, GHOne, and the Ghana Meteorological Authority. The engagement in Copenhagen, Aarhus, and Lemvig focused on critical areas such as waste and water management, energy transition strategies, and climate adaptation planning. These discussions also explored institutional models that have proven effective in Denmark, providing insights into how similar frameworks can be adapted to Ghana's unique context. One of the key highlights of Dr. Kurugu's visit was his keynote address at the National Climate Summit held at the Climatorium in Lemvik. He passionately underscored the existential threats climate change poses not only to Africa but to the entire world. Dr. Kurugu spotlighted Ghana's ongoing efforts in both climate adaptation and mitigation, stressing the urgent need for investment to bridge existing gaps and leverage climate-smart business opportunities. These efforts have culminated in a breakthrough as several Danish businesses have expressed interest in supporting the construction of the Pwalugu multipurpose dam. This project is considered vital for flood control, irrigation, and power generation in northern Ghana. By securing such strategic alliances, Dr. Kurugu has elevated Ghana's profile on the global stage, paving the way for meaningful partnerships that could drive sustainable development. As momentum builds, all eyes are now on the next steps for turning these expressions of interest into concrete investments, further solidifying Dr. Kurugu's impact as a forward-thinking leader and champion of sustainable development.
All right, so that's about all we have for you in business tonight. Thanks to Bill's Microcredit, we made it possible to bring you business. We'll be back soon with more.
Welcome on to Sports, where the president of the GFA, Kurt Edwin Simon or Kweku, together with over 124 delegates from the GFA Congress, will spend the night tonight at a new Ghana Master of Excellence at Pram Pram for the 30th Ordinary Congress of the Association. Kweku arrived earlier today in Pram Pram for the Ordinary Congress, which will for the first time span 2 days. The main session of the Congress will take place tomorrow, Tuesday, August 27. Now, the Congress will be led by the President Kweku with 11 members of the ESCO also in attendance. The GFA President will provide updates on strategic initiatives and discuss new ideas during the Congress's main convocation. President Simon Kweku will also attend meetings during a 2-day period and also participate in special fun games lined up. Of course, one currently ongoing, a football game between the GF members and some media men who currently are at Pram Pram for the Ordinary Congress of the Ghana Football Association, ongoing currently in Pram Pram. Let's do some women's football news. And Ghana's Black Princesses will face South Korea in another friendly game as part of preparations for the upcoming FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. The team, which held Mexico to a goalless draw in their first friendly after their arrival in Colombia, will now meet the Asian side, who are making their 12th appearance at the world stage. They're going to be played at the Centro Deportivo in Bogota on Tuesday, August 27. The FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup will kick off in Colombia from Saturday, August 31, and end on Sunday, 22nd of September this year. Now, Ghana finds itself in Group E with Austria, New Zealand, and Japan. The team will open their campaign against Austria on 2nd September in Colombia. That's it for sports. Up now is GHOne.
It's now time for me to refresh you with some entertainment news. And here, the South African High Commission in Ghana is urging the businesses in Ghana and South Africa to take advantage of the visa waiver agreement to explore tourist sites and business opportunities in both countries. So, speaking during a networking event, South African High Commissioner to Ghana, GHOne Mason, appealed to the Ghanaian community to consider South Africa as their top choice in tourism.
Networking event, which drew a diverse gathering of travel enthusiasts, diplomats, industry professionals, and government officials, the South African High Commission in Accra showcased the rich business offerings of South Africa and vibrant attractions that makes it a renowned travel destination. West Africa Regional Head of South African Tourism, Tekoso Rakolojani, touted the country